these meetings are and how they are to be conducted from a standpoint of citizens as well as elected officials. And towards that end, I want to make the following comments and then indicate essentially what we're going to do. Slight changes, not great changes, slight changes with respect to our meeting. Pursuant to statute, the right to attend a meeting does not necessarily include a right to comment or participate. Public bodies in New Jersey may decide for themselves whether to allow public participation and may impose rules limiting or regulating participation. Nothing in this act shall be construed to limit the discretion of a public body to permit, prohibit, or regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting, except that a municipal governing body shall be required to set a portion of every meeting of the municipal governing body aside, the length of the portion to be determined by the municipal governance, for public comment on any governmental issue that a member of the public feels may be of concern to the residents of the municipality. Accordingly, the township may regulate the active participation of the public at any meeting, such as enforcing time limits, limit each person to one chance to speak for public hearing on a particular item, and requiring that comments be made to the dais. Now, most of these issues arise out of, or commonly, First Amendment claims that are brought by citizens claiming that some form of the First Amendment right had been breached during a public meeting. So much of the case law will flow out of federal district court, and it did in this instance in our circuit, which is the Third Circuit. If any member of the public becomes unruly or uncivil, the mayor presiding of the meeting is authorized to direct any such individual to leave the meeting, including having them escorted from the meeting room by the police. New Jersey Supreme Court in Bessler versus Board of Education of West Windsor, Plainsboro Regional School District, stated a public body may control its proceedings in a content-neutral manner by stopping a speaker who is disruptive or who fails to keep to the subject matter on the agenda. Speech or whose speech becomes irrelevant or repetitious. The court further goes along to say, in a particular case, an individual at a meeting was removed during the public comment period because he was, quote, repetitive and truculent, close quote. Truculent is an adverb, okay, which essentially, coming from a Latin root word, means belligerent. We don't want anyone repetitive or truculent. And, quote, repeatedly interrupted the chairman of the meeting, close quote. The Third Circuit, which is our circuit, Court of Appeals affirmed the dismissal of the plaintiff's First Amendment claims, claiming that the chairman's aims and motives in ejecting the plaintiff were content neutral to prevent badgering, constant interruption, and disregard for the rules of decorum. The Third Circuit emphasized that the First Amendment does not require the presiding officer of a public meeting to sit idly by while a speaker attempts to hijack or filibuster the proceedings. Okay, that being said, what we are going to do is strictly enforce the 3-minute. All right, we're going to maintain the 3 minutes. Strictly enforcing. Mr. Pastor will be doing so. Mr. Pastor, when there is 30 seconds remaining in your 3 minutes, we'll put up the yellow card that he has so you'll know you've got 30 seconds remaining. Okay? When the buzzer goes off, that's it. If you are mid-thought, mid-word, mid-sentence, sit down. That's the rule. Okay? Now, all questions are made to the dais. There will be no turning around and speaking to the audience. If you want to hold a pep rally with members of the audience, you can arrange to do that on your own time. Speak to the people up here. All right? It's that simple. I ask you also to be respectful for anyone who's at the dais. If you have a comment, please don't comment at them or towards them while he or she is speaking. All right? I think we owe the individual the courtesy to be able to speak. You can disagree with them. You'll have your opportunity, perhaps, to get up and do so. All right? So please extend the courtesy. All questions will be directed to the chair. Right? The 3 minutes will be enforced. Now, there is case law out there that says anything you want. And we'll keep it to 3 minutes because I think it's fair. Okay? And I trust that perhaps the meeting 2 weeks ago was an aberration, and we don't have to worry about that again. But just in case we don't have to worry, everyone needs to know. If anyone breaches this, they will be asked to please stop. If they don't stop, they'll ask to leave. If they don't leave, then the police will escort them. It's that simple. All right, so let's just all get along, okay? All right. I have nothing further. John?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. From our